some of the best tips and tricks for doing DoorDash, gig work, app work. But mainly the primary focus on this video is gonna be probably deliveries, or not probably, it's gonna be deliveries, but you can still take this information for other gig work that is offer based, right? So one of the first things is the acceptance rate. That's one of the big topics, one of the big things. And this information that I'm getting ready to give to you, understand that you have to take it. It's not a one size fits all. It's not a one person, it's applicable for everybody. It all depends on your situation, how you want to earn your money, what strategy or strategies you want to try or apply, right? Because the acceptance rate, it matters until it doesn't matter. It all depends on you. And what I mean by that is, you can be the person that doesn't care about the acceptance rate. I went through that phase and I did that. My ratings were low. I'm picking them back up because I'm learning, or I want to go through and test, and I believe that it might be more beneficial for me having better acceptance rating, right? Because supposedly you get the better rides. They come through you first. The better offers, the bigger offers are gonna come to you first because you have the better ratings. But there's the flip side to that, to where it's all still random, right? It's just a random machine that's just spitting out the orders, supposedly, or I would hope for the app's sake and driver's sake, that it's the closest, whoever's the closest driver to that order, right? So now that we went over the acceptance rate, you can figure out whether you want to try to experiment or test out just always getting the best offers available because you have your acceptance rate and your stats up and meet the requirements, the bare minimums that they have. Or you can go the route of just what they like to say cherry picking, and that's getting the orders that are only good for you. And if you go that route, understand that you have to set yourself, like, I don't want to say parameters, but like a guideline, a system, meaning if you don't want to accept any orders that are less than or bare minimum, you want to get or earn $2 every mile. So that way it'll be worth it for you. And if you don't care about your acceptance rate or any of that, you can literally just wait until you get an order that best fits you for your money, right? Your money upon miles. And then you have to factor in your area. If you don't care about where you're going, where you're driving to, then that could make it a little bit easier for you. But where you're going matters, and people leave that out, because what you have to know and understand is they are not paying you for the way back. I'm out here on the dash, just in case you didn't know, but because I'm the kind of person that, like, right, I am not just giving you information just out of anywhere. I live it, I do it, I work it. And one of the other things, points or tips you need to know, if you're a beginner, you new, or you just need some information, you need this information. I don't want you to be like me, working, doing so many trips, so many offers, wasting your time, barely earning, and maybe in the minus, not even making money, losing money. And I don't want that to be you. So the next thing that I'm gonna tell you about is, don't get hung up, or really quick, don't get hung up on the tips. Just whatever money they say that it's gonna be there, just focus on that, and then whatever else comes is icing on top. This next one is an obvious one, but you want to create and have a pattern repetition for good habits. So especially if you're just starting off, and even if you're not, start doing this. Read all the instructions, especially the special instructions. Try to follow them to the T, to the best of your to the best of your ability. I know sometimes it can get a little bit tough when you're doing everything, you're doing it the right way, and people may not be tipping, so it seems like you're not getting what you deserve, or you're barely making any money. But if you're on the side of it where you're cherry picking, so to speak, and doing the getting $2 for every mile, then you won't have that hurdle or that obstacle at all. But either way, make sure you follow the special instructions, follow how they're telling you they want it. Little things like that do matter. Like, even my mother told me, like, the people that have 5 stars and they're good drivers and good delivery people on there, she's noticed that the 5-star people follow the special instructions, and my mother always tips good, and she's tipped extra for people who just follow the simple instructions on what she put in there. So it may seem like it's nothing. I've done hundreds of deliveries, just barely even, like, taking it as serious as I should. But now, knowing what I know now, I'm gonna follow them to the T, and I definitely encourage you to do the same. You will probably, there's a higher chance of you seeing the earnings go up in your favor. You understand? You hear what I'm saying? You feel me? The more orders you do, the better, right? Because you're gonna get the reps, you're gonna get the experience, you're gonna learn certain stores and locations and areas can be better for you than others. Accepting offers and rides on the way, I like doing it because it keeps you busy and keeps money coming in. But you want to be vigilant if you're going to do it in the way and fashion of $2 a mile, and you don't want to get, because they'll give you a lot of orders that you don't want or need. Like, it'll be like money wise, it won't be good. So you have to pay attention to that. And there'll be stores and restaurants, like, I don't want to be that guy all the way, but the first one that comes to mind is like McDonald's. Like, sometimes you got to sit there and wait. It's not going to be quick, and your time is a part of your money and your earnings. So once you learn what stores, what areas to be in, that definitely will help you out, especially as a beginner. You don't want to just be going any and everywhere, because the area does matter, and some orders are considered good orders, especially for what you're doing in your strategy. And then there will be orders that aren't the best or that are not good. So you want to make sure that you are able to decipher between what's good and bad for you. Make sure that you are accepting things that you are able to do. Don't go above your means. Make sure you stay on point. Make sure that it's like you just gotta do the best that you can do, and understand that over time you will make money. It just all depends on how you go about doing your business. As far as keeping a good communication with your client, it's like, yes, you can do that, but I really don't. If you're doing something like you're doing groceries for them, then yes, it is nice, and it could potentially earn you extra money. I know, as speaking to people on the other end as a client, they say when people reach out and ask, is there anything else that you need? Is this good? Is that okay? I guess it takes time away, and I don't do it, like I said, to a lot of people. But if the order, basically, if it fits the order, like I said, if you're doing groceries for somebody and you're picking certain things, hey, is there anything else that you need while I'm here? Those type of things can go a long way. But if you're just doing simple, like you just got to get this person, or it's a A to B, a simple thing, you don't need to be messaging, oh, hey, I'm here, oh, I got it, I picked your food up. Those kind of things, it's probably just a waste of time. Now, some people do say that using the features like telling what's taking so long and what's going on at the restaurant itself could potentially, do or be beneficial for you. I don't think so much. It's just You got to get it. I mean, if they ask you what's going on, you can say, hey, it's just taking a long time at this specific restaurant or place. But I don't think it benefits you in any kind of way proactively, just constantly communicating with the clients. And one of the last things that I say for beginners doing DoorDash, doing gig work, really, well, two things, because the mindset and you doing it matters. Like in the beginning, it may be rough. If you're in a good area, a good market, then yeah, you can hit it strong, making good money right off the bat. But if not, it just takes a little bit of time for you to get into the swing of things. You can do it within a day, depending on how many orders you take and accept. But once you get the hang of it, once you start to get a high earning day, you learn the different areas, the different restaurants. Like they'll tell you that the more expensive restaurants, you have a higher chance of making more money. But honestly, you see it. It'll pop up on your screen and it'll tell you how much money you're expected to get. And I will go based off of that number. Don't be like me for, almost a year thinking like, oh, some people might tip you. They will, or I'm going to get a big tip. And you still might get one, just like I still may get one. Only time will tell. But you have to keep like a level mindset, a good head, and just know your strategy, stick to the game plan, and do what you're going to do. Like if you just start off and just do the $2 a mile, you'll be in great shape and you won't have to worry about any of it. If you don't and you get a little bit more strategic because you learn that in your area or in your specific market, like myself, you can do that, but I like to stay working. So if you like to stay working and you don't like to sit around and have to filter through all the orders that are going to come through that are not going to be $2 an order, and it messes you up to see your account and standings in the red for so long, because I went through it and experienced it, and it's a thing for me. I don't like it, but I am all about earning money and the most money. So I will definitely tell you how to do that, like I'm doing here now. So the more money, the more dollars per mile, the better. Obviously, if you can get it, if your area is you can settle and say, hey, I put my 10 toes down, I draw the line in the sand, and I'm $5 per mile. If you can do that and you're in that market, yes. And if you don't mind, please drop the location. Let me know where you're at. I may need to relocate again. If you up there at the $10 a mile mark, you getting some money. You getting that money on. But yes, make sure that you stick to your game plans, stick to your strategies. If you're in a situation where you have to do it full time, I'm doing it full time, and it is thus far possible. I'm in it. I'm doing it every day. You definitely can check out my videos and see how it is, what it's like doing gig work on a daily basis thus far. I definitely appreciate you. I want you to stay blessed and make sure you do not stress. Do the best that you can do. And I appreciate DoorDash. I really do.